Remember when we had this, x plus 3 equals negative 8? We put our wall up and we subtracted 3 on both sides, right? These cancel, leaving me with x equals, change opposite, negative 11, right? How many numbers work for x in this problem? How many solutions are there? How many numbers can I put in place of x to make it equal to negative 8? One. This has one solution. Okay, because it says x equals negative 11. That has one solution. We are looking at inequalities now. And the difference between an equality and an inequality, an equation has one solution. These are going to have an infinite number of solutions. These have an infinite number of solutions. Inequalities do. Okay? This problem says graph x is, do you know what this symbol is? That says x is greater than, do you know what the little line down below means? Or equal to 2. This means x can be any number. This is how I want you to read it. Any number greater than or equal to 2. In order to graph this, what we do is we draw a number line. Okay, and the most important number to have on the number line is what you are comparing x to, and that is 2 in this case. I'm going to put a 2 here. I'm going to just put one number behind it, which is 1, and the number to the right of it is 3. We put them in consecutive order. Remember, your number line goes from left to right. Okay? Can my number be equal to 2? Is 2 greater than or equal to 2? Yes? So what I do is I put a solid dot on my 2. And where are all those numbers that were greater than or equal to 2? All the numbers you mentioned, Matthew. So we shade our number line to the right. See where this one says, what does that symbol say right here? Less than, because you see an L, don't you? Right, Callie? This one says greater than. Notice they do not have an equal sign, do they? So if I had x is greater than 2, would my graph include 2? No. So here, if it does not have the equal sign under it, we put an open circle around that number given to you. So if it was x is greater than 2, I would have 2 here, 3, 1, and I put an open circle around 2, and I shade everything that's greater, which is to the right. Let's look at these other ones right here. This says less than or, yep, this is less than or equal to. What does this one say? Greater than or? If it has this equal sign, we have to have a solid dot on the number line. Number 1 says, and I will write it down, it says any number, what symbol is that? Less than negative 4. How many solutions does it have? Infinite. So make your number line. This is the most important number to have on your number line, is the negative 4. I'm just going to put that right in the middle. And you have to remember your negatives go backwards, right? So what am I going to put right here to the left of -4? -5, right? To the right of -4 would be -3. Is this one going to have an open circle or a solid dot? Well, notice it's just less than. Does it include -4? It's any number less than -4. Is -4 less than -4? Nope. So we're going to put an open circle. Which direction on a number line are numbers less than -4? Towards the -5. Anything to the left of that is smaller, right? Anything to the right is greater. As you move on a number line, the numbers get bigger. Okay? Look at number 2. It says M is any number greater than -5, 6. So you draw your number line. What's the most important number to have on that number line? What's the number listed for you? -5, 6 goes right here. What's to the left of it? If our number line's in 6, that's -5, 6. To the left would be -6, 6, which is -1. To the right would be -4, 6. Is this going to be an open circle or a solid dot? Open circle. And I want to shade all numbers greater than that. Which way on the number line is greater, Berkeley? So we shade everything to the right. It says M is any number what? Less than or equal to 0.4. We're going to put 0.4 in the middle. That's 4/10. What's to the left of that? 0.3. To the right of it would be 0.5. Come on, you guys. Look at a number line. Wouldn't it be 3, 4, 5? Yeah. It's a solid dot because it's equal, and we're shading anything less than that. Which way is less on a number line, class? Left. So I shade left. We're going to compare -2/3 with 3/8. You guys, look at this. One of them's a what number? And the other one is a? Positive. How does a negative always compare to a positive? No. How does a negative number compare to a positive number? It's always less than that. Right? You don't even need to look at a number line on that one. Number 5 is comparing -1/2 to -7/8. They're both negatives, aren't they? So drop down your negative. We've done this before. Drop it down. And what do we make it look like? A heart. Oh, take 8 times 1 and put it in front of that negative sign. 8 times 1 is 8. So that's -8 there. Take 2 times 7 and put it there, which is -14. How does -8 compare to -14? Which one's closer to 0 on the number line, Jada? So -8 is greater than -14. So that's what we would put up here as greater than. Do you have to show a lot of work on number 6? No. Raise your hand and tell me what the answer is. What is the answer on number 6? Matthew? Why? Negative's less than a positive, right? Number 7. You have to show a lot of work on that one, Berkeley? What do you put in there? Why? The negative is less than the positive, isn't it? Look at number 8. They're both negatives, aren't they? Compare. Let's drop down the negative. Let's compare their place values. This is a -2 and that's a -4. Are those the same?
No.
So we're comparing -2 with -4. How does -2 compare to -4? How does it compare?
It's closer to 0.
So it is. Isn't -2 greater than? So this decimal, -2.2, is greater than -4.6. Number 9. -1.9 compared to -1.6. They're both negatives, so I drop down the negative. Compare their place value. That's a 1. That's a 1, so they are equal. I got to mark those out. I can't use those. The tenths, that's a 9 and that's a 6. They're not the same, are they? So drop that 9 down there. That's really comparing -9 to -6. How does -9 compare to -6? How does it compare, Caden?
Subtraction.
No. How does it compare? -9 is what compared to -6?
Adding.
Nia? It's less than?
Yeah.
How many of you say it's less than? -9 and -6. Okay?